So today I just realized is October 28th. It's a very special day. It's the day I saved the wall tree. So 1 year ago today, I made a video about a project that was gonna take place where they were gonna actually fix a wall here, which you can see now is all brand new, that was falling over. Car Story on YouTube commented hashtag save the wall tree, and I think it's a fantastic idea, and I got a great place to try to transplant this pine tree and see if it actually grows. Over here on the opposite side of the property, we have a whole bunch of pine trees along the property line, along this road. And I took wall tree and I decided, you know what, let me just transplant her over here, give it a shot and see if the tree survives. And here we are 1 year later, the tree is growing. It's got some new growth on it. There's some brown spots here and there. I'm told that this type of tree actually does that before the winter because it drops its needles or something like that. But, you know, I don't really know anything about trees, and I don't know anything about, what would this be, botany? Botanist stuff? Anyway, I gave it a shot. I transplanted the tree. The tree's doing well. Tree survived. And hopefully one day, you know, 4 or 5 years from now, maybe the tree's standing 6-7 feet tall. Who knows? Yeah, just a little nice gesture to try to transplant something or take something that was going to just get, you know, destroyed and, you know, give it a second chance at life. So today, 1 year later, we honor the wall tree. Sold. You'll never guess what number unit this is for the month. So to give you a little backstory here, it's Saturday. It is October 28th. So we have only a few days left in the month. This is the 5th car I've sold so far this month. Absolutely will be the worst. Well, it's not going to be. It wouldn't be the worst month. We're gonna push hard for the next few days, and we're gonna sell some cars. We have until Tuesday, which is the 31st, which is Halloween. So I have the rest of the day today, all day Monday, all day Tuesday. But when I said in my last video on that rainy day, like 10 or 15 days ago, whatever that was, that I hit a brick wall after having a really good September, I truly hit a brick wall. And we'll talk a little bit about that today in this video. This truck here is a 2021 Tahoe Z71 model. It's got about 41,000 miles on it. It's a nice clean truck. The only thing it does have is a couple of paintless dent removal style door dings on the side of the truck here, which we're gonna have our guy take care of on Monday. Customer's gonna come back on Wednesday to take delivery and physically pay for it and all that sort of stuff. But this is one of the vehicles I sold this month. I also sold a used RAV4, which is one of the first vehicles I sold for the month, and I sold a white Trail Boss. Right now, those are the only 2 cars I have delivered on the road. I did sell an inbound Chevy Trax, which is this sterling gray metallic LT here. I sold this vehicle about a week and a half ago. It just got here. The customer's out of town. They're coming back on Tuesday. They're going to pick it up then. So that'll go. And then I also have a company that's buying a Trailblazer. Let me see if I have one similar. And it's basically an LT like this gray one here. Now this one is a front wheel drive. They want it all wheel and they want black. We had it in one of our other stores. So we're going to pick it up probably on Monday. We'll get all the company info and we'll take care of that. So that will go this month. And that is it. I mean, I really had not much going on. I just couldn't seem to put deals together. And a lot of it, in my opinion, has to do with obviously the things that are going on. The rates, the lease programs, the payments, and that everything is much more expensive than it was 3 years ago. And I'm finding that with 2 main vehicles. The first one is a Silverado. Now the issue with the Silverado is I have a customer, they have a lease right now, they did a custom, so very similar to one like this. It wasn't with the stripes on it and stuff like that, but it was a custom Silverado, nothing added to it. It was like a $41,000 truck. The lease on it was very, very aggressive, and when we structured it the way they wanted to with their money down and with the mileage they needed, the guy is only paying $290 a month on that lease. But that lease is ending, so he has to go into a new truck. So he wants the same thing. He wants to drive the same truck he's in now. So I found one. It's a 2024, and guess what? The truck's price, MSRP, is $8,500 higher than it was on the one he's in now, which I believe is a 2020. So 4 years later, an $8,500 increase in MSRP. Now you add that with the interest rates of today and the lease programs and the fact that there's less rebates, and when I tell you his payment is going up a lot, it's going up a lot. So right now he's trying to figure out what he wants to do, because he's used to paying $300 a month for a full-size truck, and now he's gonna have to pay more than double that. The other vehicle I'm having trouble closing deals is the Traverse. Now the Traverse is a very good seller for us here, and it's a very popular vehicle. And I have a lot of repeat business, people that come back every 3 years and they lease a new Traverse. Now this one that we're sitting in right now is a 3LT premium package with a sunroof. It's probably the most popular configuration that we sell. And about 3 years ago, I leased tons of these. And with basic lease calculations, 12,000 miles a year, a little bit of money up front, generally the payments were in the low fours, anything between like that 420 and 430, 440 range. Well, today's times, take the same vehicle, which is about $2,000 more MSRP than it was back then, so not a huge difference, but you put it in today's lease calculations, and with the lease structures, the rates, the rebates, and the payments are in the mid sixes. You're looking at payments that are $630, $640, $650. So you're jumping up $200 a month, and that's a lot for people to do. Although I do have clients that will shift over to a finance, or maybe they'll decide to buy the car cash, or something like that. There are a lot of customers that their monthly budget, living paycheck to paycheck, they can't jump into a $650 payment. They don't have that extra $200 a month at least allocated for a car note. And the problem I have is I have nothing else to offer, because if you need a third row vehicle, you need something that can hold the family and have enough seats for everybody. The Traverse is all I have. I can't go to an Equinox. I can't downsize to a Blazer or anything else that might save them some money. I have to stick with a Traverse. Or I've had some customers go outside of Chevrolet and try to price up different vehicles, but what they're finding is it's pretty much the same everywhere. And I think that's what's bothering me the most right now. It's not necessarily them having a bad month, because I've been in this business a long time. You have your ups and downs. Currently, I am still the unit leader for the store for the year, so I'm in a good position. What bothers me is the fact that there are a lot of people out there that really are struggling. And these are customers that have used our dealership, and they keep coming back to me and they give me their business. And right now, I feel like I'm not helping them. But at the moment, in the times we're in, there's just a lot of changes that took place in the last 3 years that are hurting us all. Enough with that. Let's get back to some positivity. I'm going to show you a bunch of vehicles that came in that are pretty cool. I'm going to go in, check my voicemails. I have 2 appointments coming in on the Chevy Trax. We're going to get that squared away and together confirm those. And we're going to sell some cars. We're actually going to have a strong finish this month and put some units on the board. Just like that, we have a customer. They came in, they're looking for a car for their daughter who takes her driving test in 2 weeks. We're currently on the used Equinox. And I forget to stop them. They're gonna drive that, see what they think, and I got the makings of a car deal here. I got those folks set up on a test drive, so while they're driving, I'm just going to enter all their information into our system. One of my Trax customer appointments did show up, so they're out test driving a 1RS model right now. The customers that came in looking for a used car really like this Equinox a lot. It's a 2020 GM certified, only has 19,000 miles on it. It was one owner, leased vehicle, clean Carfax, all ready to go. It's in nice shape, and they really like it a lot. The vehicle will actually be for a new driver, so parents were here with their daughter. They're giving her some input on what she should get, and they're allowing her to kind of decide, based on looks and styling, that sort of thing. They're looking at a CRV. They already saw it. They like it a lot. They currently drive a CRV, so they're used to that vehicle. Equinox was also on the list, so this particular one they did like a lot. They are in the early stages of shopping, but they need the car in 2 weeks for the driving test. So they want to make sure they have enough time to get in the vehicle, get comfortable driving the vehicle, and then pass that test. The customer driving the Trax is driving a 1RS, which was parked right here. This Active in the cacti green is sold. This, let's see here, this LT Crimson is available. This 1RS white is available. That's the end of the Trax is over here. Then when we look here, the Harvest Bronze LT is available, as well as this Crimson Red as well. I guess this black LT is available. This white one is sold. So we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, we have like 5 available Traxes right now, which is nice. It's actually kind of odd because we have like 7 or 8 Traxes that we pre-sold, and those are still at the port. They're not at the dealership yet. Those are the ones we need so we can get them on the road. These we actually have, which we need as well to sell. Whatever. put this Trax back where it belongs. Oh man, all the spots are gone. Oh, this was parked over there. Wall tree, still doing good. Let's take one quick look at the real nice interior in the Trax 1 RS. This is the more basic trim level, but you still get some nice design elements, some red accents, a great color touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You get the old style analog speedometer with the driver information center in the middle there. It does the job. You get a flat bottom steering wheel, heated seats, really a great bang for the buck, as MSRP on this particular 1 RS is only $23,445. Real great price point, real great value.